I'm Angela.
And I'm Paige.
Join us as we dive into our obsession with true crime, history, and mysterious stories. We'll explore the intricate details of the corrupt, the cruel, and the calculating.
We assume no responsibility or liability for any errors or omissions in the content of this episode. The Corrupt Podcast is based on the facts and our opinions of the case. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Corrupt Podcast.
Based on the urban legend, the woman in white is a ghostly figure, often described as sorrowful and sometimes a vengeful woman dressed in white. The woman in white is typically tied to a tragic or violent death of herself or a child.
So we have guests on the show today, Jenny and Dawn from the Spirits and Supernatural podcast. Can you guys tell us about your podcast and how our listeners can find you?
Yeah. So we are both big fans of the show Supernatural, which is a TV series that ran from 2005 to 2020. Mm-hmm. I can do some numbers today. So I kind of got Jenny into watching the show, and then we do another podcast together. And Jenny said,
I had finally started watching the show after Dawn had talked about it copious amounts of time. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have to do a podcast. And so I kind of looked around, and there was 1 million rewatch podcasts already out there. So I said, well, this is what we need to do. We need to make a cocktail based on a character, and then we need to discuss that character. So it's a little different than just a rewatch.
Mm-hmm. So we do 2 episodes a month on the first and third Thursdays. We've gotten to interview and have guests on our podcast as well. This is the first time we've ever been guests elsewhere. So thank you.
Thank you.
So we've actually, two of the most exciting guests
yes,
have been Matt Cohen, who was on Supernatural, and Sean Flanagan. And they have worked together to create an animated show called Public Domain. We've gotten to interview them about their show, which was so cool.
And we created a cocktail just for them, mm-hmm. and they made it the official cocktail of Public Domain. So that was pretty awesome. And we're also going to be interviewing them for their movie that they made called Exes, yes. EXES. So, yeah.
It's really all just because Jenny has ideas, and then I get roped in this stuff.
I do. I'm the idea girl. And you can find us anywhere you stream your podcasts. We're available. And we're also on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Doing all the things.
Yeah. Thanks for having us, ladies.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
So Jenny and Dawn make a supernatural inspired cocktail in each of their episodes. What are we drinking today, ladies?
So we always choose a drink that goes along with the character that we're talking about or with the person who played that character. And since we are talking about the woman in white legend, I found a cocktail called the White Lady. So this drink was originally invented in 1919, but the guy who invented it changed it like 10 years later. And so that's the version that we are drinking today. So this drink has 2 ounces of gin, a half ounce of orange liqueur or triple sec. We're going with triple sec, half ounce of lemon juice, and an egg white. I've never had a cocktail with egg white in it, but we're going to try it today.
We're going to go for it.
Angela and I went a little rogue.
No, that's all right.
I went extra rogue because mine doesn't have egg whites in it.
That's okay.
That's okay. No. So that was a thing for me, is I was uncertain about doing something with egg white in it. So you can substitute that for aquafaba, which is like the juice from chickpeas, canned chickpeas, or butterbean juice apparently works. And you still get like the frothy effect without it being egg. So it's an option.
We'll see.
Yeah, it was more of like I had a container of pasteurized white eggs or egg whites in my fridge, and I read it on the side that says don't drink it after opening like 7 days or something like that. And I was like, well, this has been in my fridge for over maybe like a couple weeks. And I didn't want to like, provoke foodborne illness or anything like that. So I just added Sprite. Yeah.
That's an option.
I think that will be good too, though.
It's not frothy at all, but
It'll be bubbly.
yeah, it's bubbly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one other thing I think we're going to do with this is put a little simple syrup in it because Jenny likes a sweet cocktail. So we're going to sweeten it up a little bit too.
I do.
I'm not a huge fan of gin, so I'm hoping. I know Dawn is pouring her favorite gin.
This is one
right
of
now.
my favorite gins. It's Drumshambo Gunpowder Irish Gin.
It's a big old name for a little drink.
It is, but it's delicious. I usually make a little bit of a mess, so I've already spilled some triple sec on the table, but it's all right.
There's no small children that will come in here and lick the tablecloth, so it's okay.
I'm glad.
Well, Paige had to give me her liquor because I do not carry liquor on hand ever. The most I have is wine. I don't carry it around.
Yeah, that's good.
I sound like a bad influence.
Jenny always makes fun of me because she'll be like, oh, we have vermouth. And I'm like, oh, no, we don't have any more vermouth. I may have drank it all.
I was like, we used 2 ounces. How did you go through a whole bottle? Well, I don't have alcohol at my house until I started doing this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hardly ever drink. This is when I drink, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got everything in here. So the way that this is made is you have to dry shake it, which is to shake it without ice vigorously. And that's where you get the egg white frothing. And then you add ice and you shake it a bunch again and then strain it. So I'm going to see about my vigorous shaking skills now.
We're ready.
You got this.
She goes to the gym, so I
actually haven't been to the gym in a long time. It's bad. And my gym has been texting me with, we miss you. How can we get you back?
Too late.
Yeah.
I found something else.
She's moved on.
Okay, so now I'm going to put some ice in here. Oh, it did froth. Look.
It did froth.
I did it right. Yay.
Here it comes.
There we go.
I'm going to call that very chilled. My hands are chilled now. Let's see how it goes.
Here we go.
Up here where
Let's see if it looks like a white woman.
Oh my gosh.
It is so white. Wow.
That's cool.
I'm kind of proud.
I know. I need to take a picture of that before it loses its whiteness.
That's really cool. All right.
Looks like you can slurp it right up.
I know, but then I think of what's in it. But we'll see. Make yours real quick.
I mean, really, the egg white isn't that much of what's in it. So
I know.
It should be. Okay.
I made it white, though.
It definitely did.
The other stuff you put in, it's not white.
Honestly, I loved the sound effects.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have a lot of different an atmosphere to what we do for sure. There's a lot of sounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Dang it, I did that last time too. Just spelled triple sec all over.
Maybe that's why you go through your alcohol so quick. Half of it lands on your table.
Because I'm usually not measuring things at home.
Oh, you measure with your heart at home.
I do actually use a shot glass. That's how I measure. And then I just pour like ginger ale in it. It's not fancy.
I know.
Love ginger ale.
With the original recipe for this drink, I saw that he was using creme de menthe, which for us, here we go, Angela. Yes. Well, so what I did was I put mint in mine. So mine is green. It didn't go white. It went green. Mm-hmm. Still frothy.
It's the green lady.
But also, it's the green lady. Also, Angela likes to call this.
Okay, I call it creme de menthe.
De menthe?
Oh, yeah.
It's creme
because
de
I
menthe.
don't drink. So on
but
one
you
of
do
our
meth?
podcasts,
Is that what you're saying?
Nope.
Yes.
On record, no. Never done it. Never will do it.
Probably a good choice.
I love it so much. I want to make shirts that say creme de menthe.
I like that. That's great.
Well, I think that it still fits because the lady in white was jealous. The whole premise of what happened was jealousy. So if you're drinking a green drink, I think that fits still.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it was planned.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Can we cheers, or is that glass going to break?
Very lightly, ever
Okay.
so lightly.
Cheers.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take a sip. You girls want to take a
cheers.
sip of yours?
Yep. Here we go. That's not bad.
That's interesting.
Oof,
That is
interesting.
strong.
I was doing the
That
same
is
thing.
strong.
Like, wow,
I'm such a lightweight.
let's do this. A woman in white refers to a ghost typically in a white dress or other white clothing that has unsolved issues from their lives. These women are sorrowful, sometimes due to heartbreak, trauma, betrayal, or violent deaths. They are also called white ladies or weeping women, but Supernatural called their spirit a woman in white, so that's what we are sticking with.
The legend varies by cultures around the world, but at the core, it remains the same. A woman consumed by grief or rage, forever trapped in our world. We're going to stay in the United States today, but there are many sightings of women in white that we'll definitely be exploring in later episodes.
The story of Chicago's Resurrection Mary begins with a young woman leaving the O. Henry Ballroom in Willow Springs, Illinois. This was in the late 1920s or early 1930s. Mary had gone with a boyfriend to the ballroom, but during the evening had gotten into a fight, and she left the dance alone on foot. Wearing a white ball gown, Mary began walking down Archer Avenue, possibly in the rain. During the walk, Mary was struck by a hit-and-run driver between the O. Henry Ballroom and the Resurrection Cemetery.
It was roughly 5 years later that the first sighting of Resurrection Mary was reported. In 1939, a man named Jerry was at a dance hall when he met a young woman that he really connected with, even though he later described her as having cold hands but a warm heart. She was about 5'7", with shoulder-length blonde hair that curled on either side of her face. When the dance hall closed, Jerry offered the woman a ride home, and she gave him an address on the south side of Chicago, but asked him to drive down Archer Avenue first. The woman asked Jerry to stop the car in front of the Resurrection Cemetery and then vanished right in front of Jerry's eyes.
The next morning, Jerry drove to the south side address the woman had given him. An older woman answered the door, and after Jerry saw a framed photo of his mystery woman on the wall, he discovered that this woman's daughter had died 3 to 5 years earlier. She became known as Resurrection Mary, based on the cemetery that she always gravitates back to. Multiple men have reported picking up Mary and watching her disappear outside of the cemetery. In 1994, Unsolved Mysteries covered Jerry and Mary's story. Jerry told Unsolved Mysteries that he had asked Mary if he could walk her where she needed to go, but she had responded,
"Where I'm going, you can't follow me,"
before she walked into the cemetery and disappeared.
On April 5th, 1968, a photo was taken along Archer Avenue that has been connected to Resurrection Mary. The black and white photo shows Mary in the background. We'll share the photo to our socials so our listeners can weigh in. What do we think, guys? Do you see a woman in the back at all of this photo, or?
That's the picture that I found when I was Googling, and I was like, wait, what are we supposed to see here?
Yeah, super confusing.
There's definitely a face there. 100%. Look at that.
Oh, if you zoom in, you can see like the eyes and the nose, like her whole face. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the description, they say that she's supposed to be in the background. So I'm not sure if this person in the front is actually a person, and then she's supposed to be back here somewhere.
Yeah, because I don't see nothing behind her.
No.
I see like a girl turning, like maybe spinning, but nothing in the background.
Uh-huh.
Right. Yeah. I just see the foreground.
It's the worst spirit photography I've ever seen.
Okay, so decades have passed and the sightings continued. Mary appears to young men along Archer Avenue late at night. She talks to them and then disappears at the cemetery. In 1989, Janet Kalal struck a woman with her car on Archer Avenue, or she thought she did anyways, because there was no impact or body.
Resurrection Mary is such a popular ghost in the Chicago area that a local bar actually keeps a bar stool open for her every Sunday. They make a Bloody Mary, just in case she decides to join them.
The White Lady of Union Cemetery from Easton, Connecticut, resides in one of the most haunted cemeteries in the United States. The Union Cemetery dates back to the 1600s, but this woman in white began appearing in the late 1800s.
Stories say that she might have been a recently married woman who was murdered by her husband and her body thrown into a sinkhole behind the church. Alternatively, she might have been 27-year-old Harriet Seeley, who had given birth to a stillborn son, then died from childbirth 7 days later, just long enough that her baby was buried elsewhere and she continues searching for the baby still.
She appears wearing a long white dress that glows and long black hair. She is seen most frequently by men and usually right in front of their cars driving down Route 59. The dozens of men who have seen the White Lady of Union Cemetery report that she will appear so suddenly in front of their car that they were forced to swerve and lock up on the brakes. One man was unable to swerve out of the way and found a dent in the hood of his car, but the woman had disappeared.
In the 1980s, a local man named Rod saw multiple ghosts, including the White Lady, as he drove by the cemetery at 1 a.m. Rod says that he saw a woman wearing a long white dress appear suddenly on the hill. He hit the brakes, but then felt something touch him from the passenger seat of his car. Looking over, Rod saw a man sitting inside the car beside him.
The problem is that Rod had been alone moments earlier. Rod looked back to the White Lady and he saw her raise her hand up. Then her hand appeared to grow in size and the man sitting beside Rod disappeared. Rod came over the hill and the road turned red before disappearing completely. He managed to drive by without further incident, but his sighting made the news.
Doesn't it seem like this White Lady had been protecting him? Like maybe that man in the car, that spirit in the car with him was evil and somehow she scared it away?
I see your point in that. I also see like the White Lady did distract him by appearing on the hill at first. So she could have been working with him. And the hand, the hand growing in size gets scarier each moment that I think of it, to be honest.
Oh, stories like that with like people telling like their first person accounts always get me. And I just have this like physical reaction. I start crying.
Really?
And I'm like, that would be terrifying. Okay.
To me, I just think Rod might have been the town drunk. I mean, multiple ghosts. I mean, that just seems like a lot for one person.
He didn't just see one ghost on this drive. He saw two.
Yeah, he saw multiple ghosts. So that would be my take on it. And it didn't make me cry.
I wondered why he was driving by the haunted cemetery at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, why would you take
he had
that
just
route
left the bar
to begin with?
It's what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying.
It's closing time.
I mean, maybe. And
any other route home, Rod.
Really?
Any other routes.
Right.
This cemetery has another ghost called Red Eyes. Those that see this ghost say terrifyingly that they hear a noise behind them at night, and when they turn around, they see red eyes staring at them. Usually these eyes are behind a bush or behind a tree. This makes me come back to the fact that not all the ghosts here are the helpful kind.
And why are all these people in the cemetery at night? That's what I want to know.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I'm sure there's no trespassing signs up.
Don't cemeteries usually close at like dusk?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Go home, Rod.
All you people go home.
I mean, there could have been like a loved one that he was visiting, I mean,
After dark?
Much judgment here from us. Yes, after dark. What if he's allergic to the sun?
Okay, fair point as somebody who is incredibly pale. But like, I don't know if anybody has just like walked through a cemetery, but I have. There's one that's just a few blocks from my house, and it's going to sound weird. It's a nice place to walk because there aren't a lot of cars zooming by. It's quiet. I'm not going to be walking through the cemetery at 1 a.m., but like, I get why you would walk through a cemetery, just not at whatever hour of the dark.
Mm-hmm. Yes, fair point.
I could see that, yes. In 1990, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren spent the night at the Union Cemetery. They were hoping to catch a glimpse of the woman in white. According to Lorraine, they did see her around 2:40 a.m. when Ed heard the sound of a woman crying. They saw the woman appear, but as Ed walked towards her, she disappeared. They had set up a camera in front of the cemetery gates, which caught a short 6-second video of the woman that appeared as a misty white form.
The next woman in white is from Duran Eastman Park in New York. In the 1800s, a woman, her daughter, and their 2 wolf-like dogs lived in the castle by the lake close to Rochester. Her daughter disappeared while taking a walk either by Lake Ontario or along a roadway. The woman blamed a local farmer for her daughter's disappearance and possible murder. Day after day, the woman and her 2 dogs searched for the daughter without luck.
In her grief, the woman threw herself off the cliff into Lake Ontario. It wasn't the end of her story, as this woman in white and her 2 dogs continue to search for her daughter today. She definitely doesn't like men, going so far as to shake their cars, drag them backwards into the castle with her, or chase them away with her dogs. She has also been known to appear to offer protection to other women in the park. The park is free and open to visitors who dare to search for the White Lady of East Durand Park.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Patsy Cline song, Walking After Midnight, but that's what this reminds me of, because she's out searching, walking, looking for her daughter. And I was like, this is like a creepy version of that song.
It really is.
Maybe it was the inspiration.
I had to pull it up because I didn't know what the song was, and I loved it because I love old-timey songs like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was jiving.
It's a classic, for sure.
It is. Another white lady was the White Lady of Santa Cruz. This story was of a mail order bride from the 1870s. You heard that correctly. Things were cool back then. You could order brides on your lunch break. The woman arrived in Santa Cruz, California, to an abusive alcoholic husband. He forced her to wear her wedding dress and beat her severely. Upon finding out that she planned to leave him, she was murdered either by being decapitated by an axe, beaten to death, or poisoned and set on fire. All of these horrible crimes were committed by the woman's husband.
Originally, she haunted the house where she had died, but in the early 2000s, the house was demolished. She is seen wearing a blood-soaked wedding dress as she floats by the area where the house was located or along the roadway. Sometimes she carries an axe with her, and other times she carries her own head under her arm. She has communicated with people, but it's inaudible mumblings, possibly about the circumstances of her death. We couldn't find any stories where she tried to hurt anyone or was malicious in any way. It seems like she's stuck just trying to communicate the story of her death before disappearing suddenly.
If her head's under her arm, of course it's going to be incoherent mumblings.
I would imagine.
Right? Not going to be
kind of hard to talk.
Yeah.
When you've been decapitated.
I would imagine. Severed those vocal cords.
I also question why she's carrying an axe, if that was one of the reasons why, like, her husband would have, used the axe on her. I mean, I guess it's just ironic for her,
Maybe she was going to track him down with the axe.
Oh, heck yeah. Let's go.
Maybe that's what she's trying to say.
Oh, man. I mean, I found that kind of odd, too.
Yeah.
But, these stories, like, grow and evolve, and now she's got an axe. What are you going to do?
Yep. And her own head.
Yeah.
So Supernatural covered the woman in white in the pilot episode. This is season 1, episode 1, which premiered September 13th, 2005. So we just not terribly long ago had a 25th anniversary of the pilot airing. So
20th.
20th? Oh yeah, you're right. Sometimes I can't do math.
Most times.
Welcome.
Girl math.
No math. It's fine. So for this episode, the woman in white is a vengeful spirit. She's described as the woman in white or a weeping woman, but they kind of share the same story. typically the weeping women or a woman in white might have an unfaithful husband, which I guess the woman of Santa Cruz had a not great husband.
Mm-hmm.
And they suffer from temporary insanity, murder their children before killing themselves. So in the episode of Supernatural, that's what we see here, is a woman who her husband was unfaithful. She kills her children and then jumps off a bridge, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the creator of Supernatural, Eric Kripke, who is also an Ohio boy, by the way, he's from Toledo, is a fan of urban legends, and he used them repeatedly throughout the show, especially in the first few seasons.
Mm-hmm.
The creator of the show, Eric, was only on for the first 5. Well, not only on, he was only part of the show for the first 5 seasons. Right. Anyhow, after that, he left. But obviously, the woman in white is a pretty well-known legend with cases across the country, like you guys just shared with us, and the whole world. So in this episode, she's the primary force for Sam and Dean, who are the main characters as they're searching for their dad, who, from what they can tell, was searching for her first, and now they're looking for him.
They kind of have like a driving force in finding their dad for a good part of the first season. And particularly in this episode, because a bunch of men have just disappeared from this town. And this is the last place they knew their dad was. So for all they know, the woman in white got their dad too.
Yeah, because it was like a man every few years. And then it started escalating, and it was like a man every month. And it just seemed like she was becoming more and more aggressive. Yeah. Getting more and more. Yeah.
So the town that this is set in is Jericho, California, but Jericho doesn't actually exist. Apparently, a bunch of different shows have used the name Jericho, California, as a place. But this woman in the episode, her name is Constance Welch. And like I said, like her whole motive is trying to kind of get back at these men, even men who haven't been unfaithful. So in this episode, it happens to be Sam. Sam says, "I've never been unfaithful." And she says, "You will be." So she's real angry.
Yeah. She's real angry.
One of the interesting things is, so she appears on the side of the road, and a man will say something to her. And she says, "Will you take me home?" or "Please take me home." And so they're like, "Yeah." And she gets in the car and they drive her to this abandoned house. And we see towards the beginning of this episode, this young kid drives her to the house, and he's like, "You can't possibly live here because this house is entirely abandoned." Because after Constance Welch has died, her husband just can't live there anymore. So we kind of, you get like this setup, and it's there that when they pull up to the house, she says, "I can never go home," which is very confusing after she's just asked them for a ride.
Yep. And that's what they hear in that recording too, that they play back, that I think John had left them a message, and Dean, plays it back, and they hear her say, like, "I can never go home."
I've never understood that, how John got that recording and was still alive. What did he do to be that close to her, get that recording and escape? Or, I mean, he didn't figure out how to kill her, but how did he get away?
Well, so a lot of the point of this episode, besides like hooking you in to watch the show, is setting up a lot of lore and like information for later. And the boys mention, or there's some point that's mentioned, I think it's her husband says that she was buried on the property. So one of the things in the show, in order to get rid of a ghost or a vengeful spirit, is that they dig up their grave and they salt the bones and burn them. Like the boys, Sam and Dean, they say like Dad would have burned her bones. So why is she still here? And there's something else that's still holding her there. It's her children's ghost still in the house, to give away the pilot. But I don't know. I think that would be my guess, is that John probably did burn her bones and thought, well, I'm done. But he wasn't, or the case wasn't done, which that does happen sometimes, where they think they've solved it. They go to walk away, and then there's more.
Okay. That's a good theory. Thanks. So Dean gets arrested as part of this whole show. And while he is in jail, Sam's just driving around. Actually, Sam finds Constance's husband, questions him, finds out that he actually had cheated on Constance, and realized that that was the catalyst for why she is roaming that
stretch
roaming
of
that
highway.
That stretch of highway. Because when she found her husband had cheated, she lost her mind, went insane, drowned her 2 children, and then since then has been roaming the streets looking for unfaithful men so she can take care of them also.
Yeah.
The fact that her husband was still alive.
Yeah, that was my question too.
I'd say he avoided that stretch of road. He must never have gone that way or gone by home again, because he said, I couldn't live in the place where my family died. So I'm guessing is that he just, like, she had a limited space where she could be.
Right.
It's, you know, where she was tied to close to her home, this little amount of road, and then the bridge where she jumped. So if her husband avoided all that, she couldn't get to him. So the only way that she could avenge her death was to kill the other men. Yeah. That's my theory on that.
Yeah.
She didn't go inside of her home, right?
No.
Because that's what happened at the end, was like she kind of was, it was presented to her that, oh, like I did kill my children, and that's
that's what she said. I can't. Yeah. When she said, I can't go home, Sam was like, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you home. And he drives the car into the house. And then her children show. It's so creepy. This show's so good at creepy children. But her children show up and they're like, Mommy, you know. So that's creepy.
Like the creepiest children voice.
I mean, 2005. That was pretty creepy.
2025, it's pretty creepy. I still think it's creepy. So once Sam got her home, that's what it took to
finally,
because her children got a hold of her, and basically
they hugged her.
Yeah,
and she screamed in delight.
Yeah, okay.
As she went to hell
with her children.
Yeah, the way
they went with her?
Because it showed them kind of like burning all together.
It did.
It was kind of gross.
Yeah.
And it was interesting.
I found that interesting because I don't think that we see that happen to like any other ghost any other time. Like not to that degree.
No.
It was intense.
Yeah.
It was.
It was kind of, they probably... they got slapped on the wrist and weren't allowed to be that graphic again. I don't know.
Probably. Kripke did like to push the envelope.
I also noticed that the character Constance was played by Sarah Sahi, I think was her name. But she plays in Sex Life on Netflix. So it kind of matches like her energy with this episode. You know, lifting up her dress in the car, taking home, all of that.
Yeah,
right.
Huge cleavage going on. Yeah,
intending to be a temptation.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. And in the beginning too, when the kid's on the phone with his girlfriend, and he's like, I'll see you tomorrow, love you. And then this beautiful woman shows up, and she's like, will you take me home? He's like, heck yeah. Like, he didn't even hesitate. He didn't even be like, well, I got a girlfriend, or let me
teenage
think
hormones.
I don't care. So Sam didn't fall for it.
A chance. Sam was also like 20 something and not a teenage boy. Not that I'm excusing teenage boys and their hormones. I'm just saying I'm not surprised.
I'm just saying.
He's like, you shouldn't be out here all alone with like a girl like yourself. And she was like, I'm not alone.
He was creepy.
That's exactly the scene. I'm not alone. I'm with you.
Yeah. Ew.
Yeah. Ew.
Well, either way, he was wrong. And he got what was coming to him.
Oh.
Yeah. The splatter in his car, just like blood.
There's just screaming and then splatter.
The sploosh.
Like a gusher. It just exploded. I thought the Constance was freaky when she was on Sam.
Yeah. And her face.
Yeah, like how it would like flash, and it was just like kind of freaky to me. I'm like, oh my God.
I forgot how freaky like stuff is in this first episode.
The first season.
The first season has a lot more. It's very dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I do really like the characters of Dean and Sam. Like they definitely, I can understand why it's so big. Mm-hmm. Honestly, the show Supernatural. It's just because, two good looking men, just brothers. And mm-hmm. I mean, it's a thing. And I will continue watching it.
Yeah. Dawn and I have met both of them in person now. Mm-hmm. Jared and Jensen.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. And we're besties. No, I'm kidding.
They don't know our names. Don't worry. And there's no restraining orders out against us. We met them through proper channels. Jensen, especially when you see him in real life, you're just like, nope. How is one man so pretty? It's just astounding. I know that has nothing to do with the woman in white. But every podcast that I do, I mention Jensen's name, so I had to. It's just part of who I am. But it's true.
It's true. When
so
I first saw him, when I was getting a photo op with him, I realized after a couple of seconds that I was staring through another person. Uh-huh. And I had to apologize to them because I was just like, after having watched the show for as long as I have, and then seeing him like, 50 feet from me. And I'm like, wait, this is real. He's real.
Yeah. But he doesn't look real because he's so beautiful. I'm going to say it as many times as I can. Everyone needs to know.
I don't blame you.
Yep.
I'd be acting the same way. I do that with I go to Comic Cons. And so I take photos with celebrities, but I do get starstruck and I'm like, oh my God, this is happening. Like it just goes by so fast. Mm-hmm. And that's why I get the photo op. So at least I can touch them and smell them.
Yeah. There's proof that you touched them.
Yeah. Yes. It's not as creepy, listeners, as it sounds. I promise.
It's not. No. Yeah. I'm not creepy whatsoever. I just, take a little sniff here and there.
You can't help it when you're right next to them that you smell their cologne.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. One of our coworkers, I showed her a picture of Jensen and she said, I'd lick him.
Oh my gosh.
I said, what? And that's where she left it. I'm like, okay, you're gross. Yeah.
I had met Charlie Cox, who's the actor of Daredevil. Yes. God, he smelled so good. But that's what I said right after, I took a picture with him, and my husband was, of course, on the outside waiting for me. And I'm like, God, he smelled so good. And he's like, my husband was like, do you want to take another photo? Do you want to go back in there? I was like, well, if I had the opportunity. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Respect. I get it. Jensen also has a band called Radio Company, and you should look them up.
Jenny evangelizes for Supernatural and everything that Jensen does.
I know he has twins, and one of them is named Zeppelin. That I can tell you.
Yeah, and his daughter's name is Arrow. And his oldest daughter's name is JJ.
Oh, see.
But the twins are Arrow and Zeppelin.
They were rad names.
Yeah.
But Zeppelin is not named after the band.
Oh, that's a bummer.
No, it's actually cool.
It's actually a great story. He shared it in Chicago, I think.
He's shared it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
So they had the twins. They knew they wanted to have AA, which their last name's Ackles. So they went with Arrow. It's Arrow Rhodes Ackles. And they didn't know what to name the boy. And so when he was born, he came out and he had a knot in his cord. And so Jensen found a book of nautical knots, rope knots, and found a Zeppelin. And they decided they were going to name him Zeppelin because of that.
Oh, okay. Take it back. That's actually a really cool story.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. You've learned more about Jensen Ackles than you ever expected to.
Ever wanted to know.
But yeah.
So this episode, I think The Woman in White is kind of like a quintessential urban legend story. And I think that starting with that story in the pilot as one that's so well known was a really great choice for the whole thing to go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Set the tone.
That's the phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to end with an Ohio woman in white story. On an October night in the 1800s, the crew of a boat docked along the Kentucky side of the Ohio River heard a woman screaming for help. The fog over the river was dense, and the crew couldn't venture across the river until the following morning.
The next day, a hunter found the body of Mary Fisk in the woods. Mary's husband was away hunting, leaving Mary and her 6-year-old son alone in their cabin. The crew had waited for the fog to lift, and they were the first people to see the bloody cabin. According to the crew, there was blood spatter and a trail of blood out of the cabin door. A huge, bloody handprint was found on the cabin door, and it was said to be from the hand of a giant. Mary's 6-year-old son was never seen again.
For the last 200 years, the community has called Alexandria Point White Lady Point, after the woman dressed in white seen silently screaming with her arms outstretched as if looking for help. Mary's ghost has also been seen floating in the water along the Ohio River. Now these images are going to be in my head and I won't sleep, and that's very creepy.
I'm thinking that's where the story of her hand getting larger came from. That big bloody hand print.
Oh, like the two different stories.
The hand of a giant.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what would make her hand get bigger?
I want to know if Mary was ever seen again, if her son never was.
It says that her body was seen floating along the river.
It helps if I pay attention.
A hunter found her body.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Sorry.
You're forgiven.
I'm only laughing because I think what freaking episode was it, Paige, where I kept like asking questions of something that we've already discussed, and it was like,
I think it's Montauk.
Montauk. Okay.
In your defense, the Montauk Project is such a freaking wormhole of what is happening. So
It's basically Stranger Things.
Oh.
But
except Hot Mess Express.
Yeah.
And nobody's in the right body and nobody's in the right timeline.
Yeah. It's very discombobulated.
Much like our podcasts.
We're somewhat cohesive.
Yeah. In that we go off the rails every time.
We get back to the point.
You and I, Dawn, are like the exact same person. So I get you.
Awesome.
There is a British game show. I think it's called I Just Gave You the Answer. And it's like, and that's what it is. This guy does like a monologue and they talk about different things and they come back and ask a question like 30 seconds later.
Like you're in 4th grade and you're reviewing the text.
To see if you can get it right.
Yeah,
like,
I would fail.
You know, I wore a purple coat on Tuesday, and then they'll come back and say, on which day did I wear a purple coat? And people will be like, yeah.
I would probably not be great at that game right now.
What kind of game show is that?
It's a British game show. I think I saw it on Amazon.
Neither would I, Dawn. Neither would I. I'd be terrible at it.
Do you take a copious amounts of notes, Angela?
No, actually. No, I
See,
don't. That's Paige.
I don't actually have my regular notebook with me, and I've almost filled that notebook up, actually.
do you mind if we do a swig rating on our drink?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So the first rating, is that why you needed a pen? So you could write it down?
Yeah, I always write down our swig ratings. Here, I'll do it in my phone. I have note apps.
So the first rating we do on taste. You can give it a full swig, a half a swig, a quarter, 3/4. Don't do like 5/16. Her mind will explode.
No, thank you.
Do it however you want. So on taste.
You did not drink yours.
I didn't.
And it settled.
Okay, so it kind of tastes like Dawn dish soap to me, like Lemon Joy. It tasted like Lemon Joy dish soap.
Have you tasted many a dish soap?
Yeah. Of course. Have you not? But no, I don't know if it's because of the frothiness that makes it seem bubbly. And then I don't know. I'm only giving it a half a swig. I didn't love it. But I think it's the gin.
You don't like gin.
Not a fan of gin. I'm sorry.
I know. When I initially was like, so the main thing in this drink is gin, she went, ew.
Ew.
And I was like, we could do vodka in yours. No, I'm going to do the gin.
I did it. And so I kind of give it a crappy rating. Sorry. Let me take another drink.
Yours is settled. You should stir it first. It's settled. They're like lemon juices on the bottom.
I don't know how. That's all I can taste.
Well,
it tastes like dish soap. I like triple sec. I don't know. I just feel like if I burp, I could wash my dishes right now. So I'm just keeping it half swig.
Okay. I initially like the foaminess from the egg, and I've always been wary of having raw egg in it, but I don't think you can really tell, or at least maybe I got used to it. I thought it was good. Mm-hmm. I think initially I was like, I'm not sure this is the right gin for this because of like the gunpowder tea aspect in this gin, but I thought it was good. I like this drink. I would drink another White Lady.
So is that a full swig for you?
That's a full swig for me.
All right. Paige and Angela, be honest. What do you think?
You guys made some variations. Paige, you said you did use creme de menthe, the original recipe.
I actually have mint that we grow. So I used real mint, which went a little wrong because I've got chunks of mint in mine. Like it didn't filter out very well.
Oh, okay.
The mint definitely makes it better. So can I do like 3/4 of a swig?
You can do whatever you want.
Absolutely.
I feel like mine wasn't as authentic as your guys's because it didn't have the egg white in it. So I apologize. But ever since you said, Jenny, that it tastes like dish soap, now I can't get the taste out of my mouth. I'm kind of with you on that aspect of it. It's a half a swig for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did like the citrusy part of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
I love citrus, but I'm not really much of a drinker. So the gin, I think, was a little much.
The gin, gotcha.
I have found with gin that people either love it or hate it. I've not found anybody on a middle ground. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So how do we think that the White Lady drink matches our Woman in White?
Well, Paige doesn't match. Hers is green.
You can throw me under the bus. You've got pop in yours, I say. At least mine's egg.
At least she's bubbly.
At least it's the right color.
It's true. Mine's jealous.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it might work. I think it matches well. It's called White Lady and we're talking about a woman in white. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I'm
going to give it a full swig on does it match our character?
I think it definitely matches.
So what do you guys think? Do you think you both give it full swigs on how that it matches?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
awesome.
For sure.
Okay.
How would you mocktail this, Dawn?
Oh, so that's a bit of a challenge. Usually,
first, you get your Joy dish soap from under the sink.
No, you don't use any dish soap whatsoever. Typically, what we've seen for substituting gin in a drink is juniper water, which isn't very common, but would have a similar flavor. So what makes gin is how much juniper berry is in it when you make it. That's where that like piney flavor smell comes from. So you would have to do that. And then the triple sec is more like citrusy. So sometimes we've used orange juice for that, but that would really overpower this. Like I would still want to do something really light.
I know it's citrusy, but I'm kind of thinking like maybe a peach. Peach with the lemon juice.
Yeah. Like a syrup maybe even in that place. Yeah.
I think you could mocktail it.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like you could almost use Sprite to mocktail it in place of like the triple sec would still give you kind of a citrus flavor.
That's a lemon lime.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a full swig on mocktailability.
Okay. I honestly didn't really think about mocktailing this until you just asked me. But I think it's doable. You just have to like want to find the ingredients for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think it's totally achievable because we all did something different anyways.
We pretty much never make a cocktail the way the original recipe said. This might be like the only time we have.
Yeah, pretty much. We usually make it our own in some fashion. And then our final rating is
the ease of making. I honestly, although this is the first time that I've used egg white and had to shake it so much, it really wasn't that hard.
Okay.
I mean, we did a cocktail that had 20 ingredients.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my idea again.
So this was not that hard.
Yeah.
As long as your shaker doesn't explode like this almost did. I really don't think it was 4 ingredients. Mm-hmm. You did shake it twice, but like that doesn't really do much. Dawn's my mixologist, so I always bow to her. I would honestly give this a full swig on ease. I didn't have to muddle anything. It was really just pouring and shaking. Well, there you go. So I concur. Yeah. Well, you girls made your own. So what do you think?
As a person that doesn't like make drinks much, it was pretty easy for me.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. So
everybody gave full on everything except for the taste.
Which is kind of the most important one.
2 and 3/4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever that maths out to, what's that?
14 3/4. Sure. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Well, thank you, ladies, for having us. It truly was a lot of fun.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
Very cool. Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Thank you so much.
We highly recommend making a cocktail while you record.
Yeah. Wasn't it fun?
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
No, but to our listeners, please go check out their podcast because they are hilarious, as you can tell.
Well, thank you.
Aww.
This is definitely the most lively episode I think we've had.
I honestly thought that was going to go a whole different way. To our listeners, please forgive us. Next week, we will be back to our regularly scheduled program.
No. No, it was very much enjoyable, and they're going to love you guys.
Thank you. We had a great time.
Most definitely.
We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads. Yeah. YouTube.
Yeah. Just recently, YouTube. Yeah.
All the places.
We will list the Spirits and Supernatural link tree in our episode notes.
Thank you.
We would love for you to become part of the Corrupt crew. You can find us on Patreon with multiple tiers and PayPal. This will score you our appreciation and will announce your name in a future episode. Both links are in the episode notes. Case suggestions and feedback can be emailed to us at corruptpod@gmail.com.
The sources for this episode would be listed in the episode notes. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. Don't forget to subscribe to catch our new Corrupt content. Please also leave us a review wherever you're listening to this episode. Bye.
Bye.